Hey guys, and Uzi Rowdy here. Welcome back to another episode of Slay the Princess. And we waited forever and they kicked me out, so okay, I'm ready. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I don't think I can. I don't remember a lot of her.
You won't.
What? Everything goes dark. And you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I hope you can hear them a little better this time. I turned them up, like the game value up a little bit. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
So she's innocent, so I'm definitely not gonna kill her, right?
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature, and when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Do you have any evidence to back up this claim? Yeah.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay. Alright, let's just get to the cabin now. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll say her. But I'm not committing to anything until I have a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Look here, Mr. Narrator Guy, you're just in my head, and I don't know how many of your words are true, so I'm just gonna do what I want.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I agree.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, let's get into the cabin. This time, the first time.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there without taking the blade, obviously. Still don't trust you,
The door to the
narrator.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, jeez. That's so romantic.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
She's a princess, so I'm not going to stab her without talking to her, narrator. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
So, okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk first.
Okay.
Well, I know that's kind of creepy, but I don't know who you are. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
That's not really a name.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
We're not stabbing her without talking to her more. If I'm the first person you've seen here in a while, have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Wait, I mean...
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I mean, if she hasn't seen one, how is she still alive?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason. I was sent here to slay you. Apparently, you're supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked down here. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth taking the risk, taking the world. The faith of the... this does not add up. Let's try to talk to her a little bit more.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I guess you're right.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I was sent here to slay you. Apparently, you're supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're dangerous. But I want to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's sad.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
They did not. What are you going to do? I've been told enough. I was hoping you would tell me. No, but I'm sure they have a reason to keep that information from me. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
And if the key and if there isn't any key, do you have any ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Okay.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
What?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, I noticed.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Okay. Also fair.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Even if I wanted to, which I don't, especially now that I'm locked down here, couldn't do that without the knife.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey,
You make your way to the bottom of the
me
stairs.
again.
This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well, I didn't. I don't know what you want from me.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I
Hey.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
No.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh my
As
god.
she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, saving the princess, right?
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
This is gonna hurt.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes
Or
little
not.
effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Okay, a little creepy, not gonna lie.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
What do you mean by that?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, no.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Okay, this is why I don't trust you. What the heck?
What are you doing?
Slay princess, warn her, move!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Feels like you're trying to control me. Yeah, and I don't like being controlled, as we learned from episode 1.
The blade. Move the blade.
I'm fine.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges
Ow.
it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Fine.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
My heart's a little bit higher. Kinda stabbed me in the stomach.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
So you didn't give me a good reason to kill her. What do you want me to do?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again,
Ow.
and again,
Ow.
and again.
Ow.
And you feel every inch burning pain that slices its way into your body.
My heart's right up here. You shouldn't be missing that many times.
I'm sorry.
If you open your eyes, you'd probably be able to aim better.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Crying.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
I mean, you literally got me killed. You wouldn't have to stab me if you weren't controlling me up there.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Awesome.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Who are you?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Four of us. Okay, the voice of Spins, the hero's voice, me, and the princess, I guess.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, let's not do that either.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Fair enough. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Fair enough. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
What? Fair.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Also fair.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Oh, but are we just killing people because whatever?
I beg to differ.
Of course you do.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
But if it's the former, then nothing happened.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly scheme indeed.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Yeah, it's the princess bad part that I'm just not really clicking with. If I'm with them, I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time is because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Smitten, I need you to shut up. I'm being serious. I know she's cute. Calm down.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Okay, then who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You're just not giving me enough information to kill a princess for no reason. Okay. If people locked her in... Yeah, if the people locked her in, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Did feel nice.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Fair.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Okay, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Her beauty?
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Probably does.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Of course, of course.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Alright, let's just go in the cabin. Again. Love this cabin. Only good things ever happen here.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Of course you weren't.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
I definitely see a mirror, dude.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about what would you lie about that? What's the point? It doesn't matter.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from? I'm not
Fair.
lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
It's not there anymore.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Alright, we're gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her
Hey.
voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
Of course.
I can hear wedding bells already.
Relax, let's see if we can get a date before we talk about marriage.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Agreed.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and
Outfit
lock
change.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
We're not saying that.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh god, I think I hate spinning.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's what I've been saying.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
I mean, she killed us. But you are the reason she killed us.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Shut up.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Or things will just rewind. We don't know everyone died for sure.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
You killed me last time. It hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
That's sus.
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Yeah, that is sus. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you again? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Obviously. I mean, what happened after that?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Okay, yeah, she's cute, but I don't know. We need a little bit more information out of this.
Listening to her, that's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the ending of the world. Honestly, the people of the world suck. People are a plague, and I hope... Oh my god, okay,
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and
Also
our
fair.
dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh,
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
except the guy before you that was talking to us.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring the knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Her hands are pretty dainty.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I mean, we can try, though, right?
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
What?
Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Yeah, but we don't.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
True.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
I mean, if she could get out of this anyway, then...
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful
Aw,
embrace.
she's cute.
Ugh.
Come on, narrator, don't be a hater.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Fair enough.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Shut up.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
But you're not giving me enough. She doesn't even want to do anything.
I think I want to leave.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want to do. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave and figure the rest out later. If you want to leave, then leave.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
The music got a little weird. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
What the heck?
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay, clearly something's happening here, and I'm very scared of what it is. Don't do anything. What if we just stay here, nobody gets hurt, and we just figure it out a way to be happy? I want you to tell me what you want, yes.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Well, at least she's normal again.
Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
Smitten, relax.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do.
No.
What? What is he doing?
We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
What the hell is happening?
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yeah.
And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful
What
inch.
in the hell?
Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
You're a psychopath, Spin. I should have guessed that.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Happy ever after. Smitten, you suck.
We're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
What the heck?
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
And who are you?
Right on cue, here's the new guy.
Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here.
Of course.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-traveled, you know that, yes?
Well, technically, this time it wasn't us. It was Smitten, and he was being weird.
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
The other one?
Yeah, Smitten.
Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say absent.
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are.
Of course.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're
Definitely
definitely
the bonus.
I'm going to describe the room now.
Yeah, do shit.
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
Fair enough. I didn't mean to click something about it. Oh, there's the girls in the window. Was there always there? Or am I stupid? I never noticed the girls in the window.
Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
So none of you are going to talk about the mirror.
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do.
Also fair. That's pretty sucky.
Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
Yeah, dude, really.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again.
Or moving.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Fair enough.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle.
Okay.
Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time. You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all.
Yeah.
This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess.
Huzzah!
No, you absolutely do.
Okay,
Just
fair enough.
because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
That is precisely why she poses a threat.
Okay.
I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that.
We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning.
Okay.
No, you can't just say that and not...
Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I
What?
desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
Dinner does indeed sound nice.
That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
I mean the food.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and
The
beautiful.
heck?
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy.
We're not doing that.
Isn't that suspiciously easy?
Also true.
There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words
No.
leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Yeah? What is this place? What are we supposed to do now? You mentioned dinner on the stairs.
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgot about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Okay.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
Shut up.
It looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Yeah, we're eating.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue.
Okay.
You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender,
You're making me
and
hungry.
bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had.
Awesome.
But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
What? That's
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
A shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again. You tear into golden crispy flesh,
Uh-oh.
dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
No, I don't think that's how it's
So
gonna.
the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine, You sample the side dishes and they're fine too.
We're gonna end up hating
You
it.
finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new.
Yeah.
I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of...
Oh, my bad. Give me a second. Doing a video, hold on. Sorry. Fiance was calling me.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast.
Oh, Lord.
And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is
trying
tough,
to hate
its
it.
crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time.
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
What the heck is going on? What just happened? Did you make the torch go out? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Him? You said he. Who's he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
Who? The lovesick one. The one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Of course he is.
Smitten?
Oh.
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. And I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
Flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game.
Hold on, let me pause.
Yet another.
We're back. Sorry for the cut. I had other stuff I had to do. So we're here. New outfit, new day. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind.
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do.
Yeah, we're just having
You might as
fun.
well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
You
And
did?
so you start over.
Okay, let's try again.
Time passes. You play the game. You win.
Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
It's okay.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
I mean, we could do something else.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. Princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again.
Cool,
In
yeah, we're
fact,
having fun.
It's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board.
We can do more things than this board games and food, right?
More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
No, that's fine. We could.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
No, I'm not upset. It's just,
This is... awful.
yeah.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we've eaten, we played. Now what? Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
We need the truth. You need to tell me how you feel.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Don't worry about what is going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Why are you crying? Are you okay? Oh, this sucks. You can open your eyes. I'm still here, you know. Nothing changed. We're just sitting in the dark. I'm sorry. I feel like this is all my fault.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
Your fault. We were all just trying to make things work here. It just didn't happen that way. I don't think this is the sort of thing anybody needs to apologize for. Even if we both feel empty. Even if an important part of us is gone.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt.
Ah, the narrator's trying to get it.
You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Yeah.
It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance.
How long do you think we've been up here?
And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you, a comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Well, this is the time. This is the place. This is sad. We're dancing. Ah, she's getting happy. We're dancing together. We're feeling the connection. You share a glaze that feels like it will last forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
It's okay. That's cold. I don't think I was mentally prepared for that. And she's gone. But you don't get the chance to respond. Or will you ever? It's time to leave. Memories returning.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you're always scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
We approach the mirror. No, I don't want to keep doing this. Because at this point, it's like we did everything we could do with her. She's
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do we have to keep doing this? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? When I get back, is visible walls closing around me. Why can't I not do the same things before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you. I've hurt them. I mean, I really haven't. So enough of all this prostrating. You're not actually saying anything. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Yeah. Everything goes dark. And you die. Okay. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, sorry for the first 2 episodes. Episode 2 is way unnecessarily long. I just got a long route. First episode, super confusing. I'm just picking the crazy routes. But I hope you guys enjoyed though. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt the princess because it's like she just wants to be free. We just can't let her be free. There are all like she's like a god, right? And all these perspectives of her not knowing she's a god, and we're just kind of like bring her different perspectives. And it's like I don't want to hurt her, but like anyway, this is a long episode by itself. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay rowdy.